Hello, friends. Welcome to yet another episode of Tea Talk with Owen. My name is Owen Fernandez, and I wish you a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Today is the 29th of June, 2021, and in just around more than 24 hours, we will basically be beyond the first half of this year. So just in case, if this year has not worked out well or if your plans have not been fulfilled, I ask you to watch this episode from wherever you are. The title of this episode today is How to Foster Creativity. So please let us know in the chat box from where you are watching from, and I'll be happy to engage with you. Now, in this episode, we will basically look at three important questions concerning creativity. The first one is, what is creativity? The second one is, why be creative? And of course, the third and the most important one related to this particular episode is fostering creativity and how do we do it. So, welcome once again to all my viewers wherever you are. So, please come on the chat box and just type in from where you are watching from. Grab a cup of tea or coffee, relax. This is Tea Time with Owen. Take a comfortable seat, and we go deeper into this topic of fostering creativity. Hello, Peter. Nice to see you. Wonderful. Friends, one thing worth noting is that we are called creatures. So just imagine the word create in creatures. What if I told you that we are all creative and we were created with creativity? Now I can understand as adults, most of you may disagree because most of us have this concept that being creative is creating something new. Now, while I do understand, and that may be true, it is only a partial truth. Friends, creativity also involves using whatever skills, whatever resources you have, and bringing out your imagination. In fact, it could also be used to solve an immediate problem or an issue. Here at the beginning of this episode, friends, try to understand that we are created beings gifted with infinite potential. What I mean by that is that we can be anything we want to do, have, and be as far as we know and as far as there is a level of confidence and awareness in us. Now, do you know that we are the only creation that God created that can do this? I remember my mentor Paul Martinelli say, he said that we are created with unlimited potential from God, of God, and placed within us, just as the creator is. So what if I told you that we are little gods by ourselves. Wow, what a privilege, what a gift. There are billions of stars and billions of trees and billions of animals that can only remain stars, trees, and animals. And we human beings, we have unlimited potential. Therefore, as human beings, our primary goal is just not to adapt. I repeat, our primary goal is just not to adapt, but to create as well. Let me have a look at the chat. Oh, I have a person by the name of Venkatesh Bagayat from Chicago. Fantastic. Welcome, Venkatesh. Now, you may ask me this question, Owen, what is this creativity? Is there a possibility of defining it? Let's try it. Creativity is an act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. Friends, it is categorized by the ability to perceive the world in new ways, to find hidden patterns, to join the dots, to make connections between seemingly unrelated phenomena, and of course, with an ability to generate solutions. In the last 200 years, mankind has seen so many new things, all arising out of technology, creativity, and innovation. Being creative means that you need to take risk, you need to ignore doubt, and most importantly, you need to face fears because there is always a price to pay when you move out of your comfort zone. It means breaking with the routine and the inevitable and doing something different. Why? Just for the sake of doing something different. And friends, to be honest, we all possess that creativity, though many of us never know about it. Now, for those who know me, I'm a father of two daughters. And ever since I have seen them growing up, almost every day I see them try to do something different. And when I was contemplating on making this presentation for you today, I decided to find bits and pieces of pictures of their creativity. And I have come up with a video. So please take maybe a minute and a half to, to look at their ability to create. This piece of art, the last piece of art was done by my daughter Lisa for my birthday. You can't use up creativity, friends. The more you use, the more you have. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately, as we grow, we tend to use less of our creativity because our rational, logical, and thinking mind comes in the way. And then, of course, there are fears, doubt, and risk, and we go back to our comfort zone. But remember, you and I were like children, just like Lisa and Victoria are today. We were never fearing to express ourselves. We were never looking out for perfection. We just brought out something that was inside us. Nobody taught us to be creative. Of course, teachers can guide you, but at the end of the day, it is your imagination that needs to be encouraged and allowed to be expressed. So the next question is, why be creative? Friends, creativity is a driving force behind success. It not only drives us to create, but also makes us innovative. Now have a look at these two pictures and think about the big telephone, the manual analog telephone, and think about what has happened since 1975 or 1973. In the last 30, 40 years, we have mobiles, and now we have got smartphones. Now I agree, almost many of us watching this would have some sort of a mobile device, and most probably we all use smartphones. Have you ever thought about how many people's ideas and imagination have gone into that? Thousands, I say thousands of individuals, from coders to application developers to marketers, all have joined together to bring something into existence that was once considered unimaginable. Now, you and I know smartphones have changed our life. It has got a great impact on all of us every day. Now, here's the interesting part. Why be creative? You will be surprised that do you know that being creative helps us to live longer? More than just living longer, taking a creative approach in all aspects of your life, from your professional to your personal, can impact you in several positive ways. Let me have a look at the chat box. I have my friend Lukas Bakosh. Welcome, Lukas. Oh, he's a very creative guy. He comes up with something much out of the box. His thinking and his thought process have helped hundreds and thousands of university students and professionals incorporate. Lukash is a very creative gentleman. So the question here is, why be creative? Number one, it keeps you engaged. Now, friends, most of the health problems that we have right now stem from our detaching ourselves from the bigger world. For example, Alzheimer's, or for that matter, depression. Now, looking out for avenues of creativity pushes us to keep learning and interacting. Now, just like exercise helps us to keep the body fit, being creative and seeking answers to questions helps us to maintain our mental health and keep it in check. How important it is, especially in the time and in a period in human history that we find ourselves in. Exercise is to the body what creativity is to the mind. So it keeps us engaged. Number two, it helps reduces stress. Friends, it does not matter what activity you choose, whether it is drawing, painting, sketching, knitting, cooking, singing, or creating new procedures for business, or bringing out some new business ideas. Engaging in creativity endeavor or an act helps you to decompress and relax. In fact, it produces the same effect as meditation. So, by becoming involved in a creative practice, you can enter a mental state which is called flow. I did mention about flow 2 episodes ago. Or for that matter, it's called the zone, which can help reduce stress levels and leave you feeling calm and peaceful. So it helps reduces stress. Being creative also has proved to improve our essential skills. Now, as I said at the beginning of this episode, creativity is inside us. We just have to bring it out. It is a vital component of our overall well-being. It not only keeps us engaged, friends, but also helps us improve necessary skills. We tend to improve our problem solving skills when we change our approach to any problem and try to find new and different ways to resolve it. In turn, this increases our confidence levels and how important it is to be confident. We talked about self esteem, we talked about fears, we talked about obstacles in our previous episodes. So, just in case if you are here for the very first time, do not be worried. Go to my YouTube channel and you will find these videos, all the previous 16 videos, and in fact, more videos. You can watch them, you can like them, you can learn from them, you can share it with them, and of course, you can subscribe to it. Now, when we use creative methods to solve problems and issues concerning us and our lives, it makes us also more open minded and accepting of ourselves and, of course, of others. So, it improves our essential skills. Friends, it also energizes us. By pursuing something that you enjoy, being creative can help give you energy by focusing your attention on something that you like rather than dwelling on the worries or bothers of the day. As I said, where your focus goes, there your energy flows. And I also mentioned in one of my previous episodes that whatever you focus on expands. So it helps you get more energy. Why? Because creativity, it's something beautiful, something new is going to emerge. So it energizes you. Creativity also helps your emotions. I do not know if you know this woman, Frida Kahlo, a Mexican painter, a wonderful story. Go to the internet today and try to find out how she used her creative abilities through paintings and expressed her emotions. Friends, by being creative, you can work through your own emotions and feelings. Art therapy helps you in addressing your emotional issues and helps you to better focus on things and resolve problems. So just in case if you're not able to communicate, creativity can make use or could create a channel to help your emotions come out. Find out more about Frida Kahlo. Now, being creative also has shown to increase your empathy and tolerance. By being creative and pursuing creative activities, you can learn more about other people, more about their culture, in turn, which will make you more empathetic and tolerant towards others. Wow, something that has been given as a gift to us are giving us so many benefits. It keeps us engaged, it keeps us energized, it increases our lifespan, it increases our empathy and tolerance, it reduces stress, it helps us improve essential skills. Wow. If there is anybody on the call today, and if creativity or expressing your creative aspects has helped you, please go to the chat box and just write in there so that we too can know more about how creativity helps us as human beings. It keeps you engaged, it helps you reduce stress, it improves your essential skills, it energizes, it helps your emotions, it increases your empathy and tolerance. Now we come to the third question, fostering creativity. Now, the word foster is like in foster care, something that you need to know to create an environment for any gift to grow and be better. Talent isn't enough. Being creative is just not enough. You have to nurture. You have to nurture it and make the best use of it to be successful in life. And here I'm going to show different ways to foster creativity. The first one is set task limits. Now, whenever I know that there is a deadline, whether to write a book or to submit a proposal, and I feel myself stuck, and I know that this task has to be completed. And I constantly think about it. The days are approaching, the time is getting shorter and shorter. So consider setting some unusual limits for yourself. Whatever the activity, you might find that setting limits produces interesting and creative results. Get out of your comfort zone. Nothing grows in there. Though you may feel comfortable and everything is nice, there is no growth there. And when there is no growth, you're not able to express and expand. As an individual, you constantly have to evolve, you constantly have to stretch yourself. Set task limits. Number two, and of course, this is great, friends, relaxation fosters creativity. We are so busy with our own world that we don't give the creativity within us to come out. It is a known fact that a relaxed mind enhances creativity. So think about taking a break. Think about indulging in an activity, whether it is walking, doing yoga, listening to music. For me, a walk in the forest helps me a lot in coming out with something different in case I feel that I need to stretch. Find any activity that relaxes you to find answers to the problem that are bothering you. Now, another important aspect here is that even solitude, finding your own space where there is less noise, where there is less chaos, where there is less distraction, will also help fostering creativity. In fact, solitude is creativity's best friend, and solitude is refreshment also for our souls. Now, I can give you a lot of examples where people have done something great while in a difficult situation, being in solitary confinement. While in quarantine, Shakespeare wrote King Lear. While in quarantine, Newton developed the theory of calculus and discovered gravity. You don't have to be solitary confined, but you can keep space, something which is very, very your own personal space. The Apostle Paul wrote most of the letters now in the Bible while he was confined in the island of Patmos. Another example, John Bunyan wrote Pilgrim's Progress, a great piece of literature, great piece of work, while in prison. So you don't have to go to prison in order to come out with something creative. Why don't you find a quiet place, confine yourself, take away all sorts of distraction, which is plenty in the world today? Start thinking and create something. If you never had a chance to cook, try cooking. If you never had a chance before to write, sketch, sing, whatever it takes. And another aspect is that adversity can also bring out the best creativity in us. And I'm just going to touch upon it towards the end of this particular episode. Another important aspect of fostering creativity is dwell on it, sleep on it, constantly think about it. It is true that when we are stuck with a problem and we try to sleep on it, dwell on it, think on it, we end up waking up with the solution, the eureka moment, the aha moment. Continuously think about it. And friends, journaling is so very important. Simply write. Don't worry about what you are writing or how good your words look on the page. Today, in the world wherein which we are using our fingertips, okay, and using smartphones, we have forgotten the importance of writing. Don't worry. Do not edit. Just write. You might come up with a new idea or ways to solve a particular problem. I encourage journaling and writing on a daily basis. Another way to foster creativity is to get moving, bodily move. Don't just sit on a couch or just don't sit on a chair in the office. Doing some simple stretches will help renew your body and mind. Friends, it is very hard to feel creative when you're sitting at a desk all day. As soon as you get out and take a short walk, you feel better, renewed, and exciting ideas could simply pop in your head. Take short breaks, maybe a 3 or 4 or maximum 5-minute break after every 45 minutes of work, especially in times like this. So have a look at the ways you could foster your creativity. Set task limits, let some pressure come upon you. Relax, dwell on it. Start journaling, writing. Just don't sit in one place. Get moving. Friends, let me tell you something, especially in a time like this. The late Dr. Miles Munro, whom I had the personal privilege to meet him on a number of occasions and even attend his workshops, once said this: crises are incubators of creativity. There is something parallel, a statement or a phrase, that necessity is a mother of invention. Crises are incubators of creativity. Now, let's put it into the context of today. We all know that some nations are still in the midst of a pandemic. The entire year of 2020 challenged all of us. The entire world came to a standstill. It was a crisis that people in this generation never experienced, multiple crises. Crisis does one of the best things. It challenges or sometimes forces us to move out of our comfort zone, forces us to move out of our comfort zone and into our creative zone. And you and I know those companies, those organizations, those individuals that have been able to pivot or shift or use creativity in times like this have benefited immensely. So, crisis, it can make us desperate to take action and be creative, to try something new, what hasn't worked for many years and continues to trouble you. Try thinking differently, out of the box. As I said, creativity is all in us and very natural. We all can create whatever we want around ourselves if only we can apply our mind, soul, and spirit to it. And finally, as I close, remember that curiosity is the key to creativity. Ask yourself this question: why are you doing the things that you are doing? And how can you do it better? The concept of agile is very popular now in organizations. You don't have to do the things that you did so many decades ago. We all evolve. We need to put our creativity into the universe. And as I said before, we all have within us the fact of the matter, and it's a pity that many, in fact, millions of people as adults do not even know. So, friends, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, please comment and share. Also, you could go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. There, you will find this video as well as many other videos. Remember, the win is always within you. I am here to help you be victorious. I believe in you, and together we can. Stay safe. See you on the next episode on Tea Time with Owen.